fam, welcome back to Tara's Lifestyle and Vlog, and thank you so much for stopping by. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best way to find an accommodation in the UK. Okay, but before I go on, my name is Tari, and on this channel we talk about UK visas and immigration. We talk about life in the UK, how to safely and successfully travel to the UK, and how to navigate through life as an immigrant living in the UK. Now, if this sounds like something you're interested in, then please subscribe, turn on your bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my videos going forward. And to my returning subscribers, thank you all so much for coming back to watch my videos. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Okay, like I said before, today we're going to be talking about the best way to find accommodation in the UK at this time. Okay, and the reason I'm talking about this is because we know that there's a housing crisis. Yes, there's housing crisis in the UK at the moment because of the influx of people to the UK. So people have come to the UK in hundreds and in thousands, and there are no new accommodation, only very few accommodations that are being built. Therefore, people have literally nowhere to stay, very few accommodations to stay in. Okay, and people are looking for accommodation. So many people are stranded as we speak. Okay, so and that's why I thought I'll sit down and talk to you about how to actually find this accommodation. A few people have approached me as well to ask me about how they can find accommodation in the UK. Hence, I'm making this video today. I hope someone finds it useful. Okay, so depending on the kind of accommodation you want, so in the UK there are different kinds of accommodation depending on your budget, depending on your preference, depending on what you want. Really, you can decide on what accommodation you go for or to rent. Okay, so you can decide to go for a shared accommodation. If you are a single person, if you live alone, if you're a student, then you might decide to go for a shared accommodation. A shared accommodation simply means you share the apartment with someone. So it could be a flat, it could be a house, it could be an apartment, but the main thing is you will be sharing it with one or two more people, or even more people, more than two people, depending on how many rooms are in the house. So one person will be in each room. Okay, so that's a shared accommodation. Okay, you can decide to live in a flat. Okay, so if you're able to afford it, you can decide to live in a flat, even if you're a single person. But if you're a family, then you might want to go for a flat. A family, you can decide to go for a shared accommodation as well. It depends on your budget, it depends on your preference. So like I said, the accommodation you go for depends on your preference, depends on your budget, and a lot of other factors which should be personal to you. So you have shared accommodation, you have flats. You can also go for a house. So a house could be a 3-bedroom house, a 5-bedroom house, depending on what you want. Okay, depending again on your preference. Okay, so we also have a studio apartment. So a studio apartment simply is a room that has a kitchen and has a bathroom outside and things like that. So it's like a mini self-contained, so to say. Okay, so you can do that. You can go for a 1-bedroom flat. Again, it depends on your preference. Okay, you can go for an apartment. So depend on what you want, your location, you can decide on what you want, that kind of accommodation. If you're a student, you can decide to go stay in a hostel as well. You can decide to stay in a hotel. Okay, it's all up to you. There's bed and breakfast if you choose to. Okay, so it's all up to you what you prefer, your financial capacity, and all of that. Okay, so that will determine what accommodation you go for. But having said that, how can you actually get this accommodation? Say for instance, you decide that you want to have a shared accommodation. Okay, so what you can do is, so the number one way you can do that, number one way you can get accommodation, first of all, is word of mouth. Okay, so if you know someone that knows someone, they can tell you, okay, there's an accommodation empty, or someone is about to move out, you can get an accommodation that way. Okay, so you can connect with friends and family. So connect with people and don't keep your mouth shut. Okay, so it's really important that you don't keep shut. If you know that you are in need of an apartment, if you are in need of accommodation, don't keep shut at all. Ask people, and hopefully you'll be able to get someone that could refer you. Students, you can ask students, and students could share their accommodation with you. So someone might have rented a house and or a 3-bedroom flat or a 2-bedroom flat, but they only need one of the flats, one of the bedrooms. they have 2 bedrooms to rent out. So like that, in that way you can actually get an accommodation. You can also get an accommodation online. So there are different websites that you can go to if you want an accommodation. There's Rightmove, there's On the Market. I've done videos about them before, which I'm going to link up here for you, so you can have a look at those websites. And all you need to do is filter the location you want, the kind of accommodation you want, the cost, which is the amount you want to pay for the rent. Okay, you can put in different filters, things that you want, and then filter, and then the accommodations will come for you, and then you can go on and book and arrange a viewing. Once you've arranged a viewing, if you like it, you can agree to put in your offer for the apartment and or the accommodation, and it will be yours, hopefully. So those are 2 ways, and the final one I'm going to talk about is through Amber Letting. So Amber Letting specifically is a student accommodation provider. So they're called Amber Student Letting. So they specifically cater for students in different locations in the UK. They have accommodation in different places, especially close to universities. Okay, so if you are a student and you're coming to the UK, or you're already in the UK and you're looking for apartments, then you want to go to Amber Student Letting. So I am a partner with them, and I've got a link which I'm going to put in the description box. So if you want, you can click on that link, and then someone will be dedicated to you. So someone will contact you and they'll walk you through the process. You can view online, so they'll show you the different apartments you want they have, and then you can view and decide whether you want it or not. If you want shared accommodation, they'll help you find someone else that you can share with. If you want a flat, whatever kind of accommodation you want as a student, they would sort that out for you. They've got over 2,000 student lettings across the UK, so they cater for a wide range of students and in different towns as well. So it's really important that you contact them if you're interested in getting an accommodation through them, and someone will be dedicated to you. The person will walk you through each and every of the process. And if you're not interested in getting the accommodation, that's fine as well, but it will be worth the price. I've seen some of the accommodations. I've done videos about them before. I'll link one up here so you can see the accommodation. Some of the accommodations they have, absolutely beautiful. They have gym, they have different facilities in the accommodation premise that you can make use of if you decide to go for them. Okay, but these are just some of the ways I think you can get accommodation, especially now in the UK. Okay, I hope this video has been helpful. If it has helped you, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. But thank you so much for watching this video. Leave your questions and comments in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.